Hey, 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 how are you today? How are you doing? It's Wednesday. It is past 12 o'clock here in Canada. My name is Linda G. Robert. I'm your Back in the Groove Again coach. And I want to talk to you today about doing things you love. Now, over the last few weeks, I've been talking about things that'll get you back in your groove, including getting your job, getting your ideal job, and really knowing what that job is. And by identifying things that you love and doing work that you love. But today, I'm talking about igniting your groove and doing things that you actually love doing. So I want to give a shout out, say hello to whoever's viewing me. Today we're talking about doing things you love. So I'm going to ask you right now. I see somebody's watching me right now. Good morning. How are you? Well, it's is it good morning for you? I know for me it's good afternoon because technically it's past 12. What is something that you love, Superior 7? What do you love doing? What do you love doing? Because one of the things that we can do to ignite our groove is by doing things that we love. Can you imagine if we would be living in a world where everyone was doing something that they loved doing? Thank you. I'm glad that you're doing fine today. So, what is one thing that you love doing, Superior 7? The big S reminds me of Superman. One of the things that I love, and this sounds really simple, but one of the things that I love doing is going for a walk outdoors on a special little trail close to my place. I love doing that. I also love drinking coffee. And in the morning, I'll make myself a coffee. And lately, I've been drinking my coffee from the cup that I purchased from Mexico. I love ceramics purchased from Mexico. And so you love sketching. Okay. What types of things do you sketch? Tell me more about what you do for, who are your subjects or what are your subjects when you're sketching? And I'm also curious in terms of what do you do with your sketches? Do you sell your sketches or are they for you? They're things that you just love keeping around. Because when we do love doing things, hello, thanks for watching me, everybody. When you do love doing things, some people might think it's selfish because it's really all about me, but it really isn't. Think about it. When you do something you love, you are happy, you're content, and you might even share this love, this happiness with other people, right? When you do something you love, it keeps you happy. And of course, if you're happy, other people around you are happy as well. So you sketch nature scenes. Cool. Now, are they like forests or lakes? Or I'm really curious what type of scenes are or nature scenes are around where you live, or do you have to travel, a little bit out of ways to get to that location? Once we start identifying things we love and we do more of them, we start noticing we feel better. We feel happier. We feel that we're able to then at least love other people. Waterfalls. Oh, I see. And I haven't shared this. Sorry, I've been forgetting to share this. Here we go. So you love sketching waterfalls. Now, do you use color pencils, or do you use black charcoal? What do you use to sketch these scenes of nature? So today we're talking about igniting our groove by doing things that we love. And these doing things we love could be work. Maybe we love our job. Maybe we love being around people. But, when we come home, okay, so you use coloring pencils. Oh, wow. So I can just imagine that your pictures, and you'll have to, I don't think you can actually upload them on the YouTube channel to see pictures. I know you could do that on Facebook, but since we're communicating on YouTube, I don't think you can, unless you add a link to the comment section, link to some of your sketches if you want to share them, that is. So we're talking about doing things that we love. And of course, um, one way to, a couple of days ago, I talked about um, tapping into hope, right? So one of the ways to ignite our groove is by being hopeful. And of course, if we're not always hopeful, there are different ways that we can tap into that hope. So today, I'm talking more about doing things we love, feeling love from doing certain activities that we're interested in. There might also be certain people that you love hanging around with. So we love certain activities, but there might be certain people that just brings a smile to your face. I'm wondering, Superior Seven, or is there anybody in your life that you just love being with, that you just love hanging out with? I've been walking lately with a good friend of mine, and Marianne, that's her name. She speaks French. Now, I speak French too, but obviously I speak English as well. And when her and I walk together, we speak French. And yesterday, I was in one of those silly moods. So I love being silly. And I just love laughing for crazy, silly reasons, right? All right, so no one right now. So sometimes when we don't have anyone around us that we love being with, we have to kind of create that love or that being around people that we love. We have to create that on our own. So we have to be the loving person that people want to hang out with. We have to start doing things that we love doing, or that we start feeling things that we love doing as well, so that other people will go, hey, she's a cool person. Vive la France. Well, in Canada, actually, Canada is recognized as a bilingual country, right? There are two official languages in Canada, one of which is English, which is French. And when Marianne and I get together, we speak French because she prefers speaking French. Now, she loves speaking French and she loves watching French programs and listening to French radio stations and so on. I don't love that so much. I prefer, English programs, but I love walking with her because we always have fun. So that's doing something I love. And so I want you to think about this, Superior Seven, and whoever is watching this afterwards. What could you do to bring more love into your life? What could you do to start doing things that you love? Or maybe incorporating people or hanging out with people or meeting people that maybe could become part of your circle of friends that you could say, I really love, hanging out with this person. It took me a while to get to know Marianne. I've only known her for a year and a half, but I started saying yes to certain activities that I wanted to start doing. So in this case, I started saying yes to offering webinars to service to women that are caregivers to loved ones who need that type of support. Yes, by giving love to others. Yeah, absolutely. So sometimes if we say yes to doing things we love or yes to giving love to others, it opens up a lot of other opportunities for us. And, I haven't forgotten about compassion at all. Let's talk a little bit about that. And then I will have a whole program later. I can't tell you exactly when, but I will have a little program that talks just about compassion. One of the things that I want to talk about compassion is not everybody has that. I don't think everybody feels compassion for other people. Do you? Do you, Superior, think that everyone has compassion or feels love? towards other people? Do you think this is a natural thing? I'm just curious. Oftentimes, when we love people, we can also be compassionate towards them, right? And so we can be compassionate towards other people. But I also think that self compassion, I'm going to put that down, self compassion. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to put that down. Uh, Oops, sorry. I put the wrong cop. There we go. This one here. I do believe that compassion builds love. Everyone doesn't possess compassion. Absolutely. I don't think so. You're right. I don't think we are all born to be compassionate. And I think, and I will talk about it more in another video, but I think we need to be empathetic. We need to have empathy in order to be compassionate. What do you think? I'm just going to write that word down. Empathy. If we don't have empathy, I don't think I don't think we can develop love and compassion. It's just my opinion. And empathy, excuse me, empathy is not something that's natural either. I think empathy is something that you can learn. You can learn to be empathetic and you can learn to be compassionate. Now, oftentimes, and this is again just my personal opinion, and I think we need to show compassion to people in order for them to know what compassion is all about. And it could be as simple as listening to somebody, just really listening. And some people love listening. Some people are naturally good listeners and they will just sit there with the person and just listen. And by listening, they're showing compassion. By listening and maybe saying, "Oh wow, that must have been so difficult for you," or "Wow, that must be so challenging," or "What you're going through is so difficult." So just that, right? Just that, Superior Seven, I think is a start to showing compassion. And of course, then the person who receives that compassion will feel heard, understood, and then they might even say, "Wow, you're a very compassionate person." And again, this is just my personal belief, but I think the more we are compassionate towards other people, it starts with us. I really do believe it starts with us. We have to initiate that. We have to show the world, show individuals that we're compassionate. And then not everyone will become compassionate because of our acts, but we certainly hope that it makes a bit of a difference so that they get an idea that they can be compassionate too. And a very simple thing is just listening and not saying anything. So these are, this is part of doing things you love. Um, when you show somebody that you love them, it is also, in a sense, showing them that you're compassionate compassionate for them. How do you show somebody that you're compassionate, Superior Seven? How do you show somebody that you're compassionate? I'm just curious. Today we're talking about igniting our groove and doing things that we love to ignite our groove. And I do want to invite you, Superior Seven. I've got a 5-day Ignite Your Groove boot camp and Start Loving Your Life. It is for women that want to ignite their groove again. I'm just going to put the link in our in the box here, the comments section. So if you are a woman and you want to ignite your groove, join my challenge. It's a 5-day. It starts on November 2nd. And so today, oops, I think I did it twice there. I didn't mean to there. I didn't mean to do it twice. So today and for the next week or so, I'm talking about ways to ignite our groove. And I've talked about tapping into our hope. How do you think we can ignite our groove, Superior Seven? How can we ignite our groove? There's so many different ways to do it, and I'll be talking about that over the next few weeks up until the challenge or the boot camp starts on November 2nd. So let's think of more things that we could do to show that we are feeling in our groove, that we're feeling confident. We've talked about compassion. We've talked about doing things that we just love doing. Oh, I love this. Thank you for sharing this. By giving opportunity to them or simply sharing your happiness with them. Yeah, I love this. I love the fact that you wrote down by giving them an opportunity. Yeah. So by allowing them to do what they want, by maybe giving them an opportunity to do something. Oh, that's great. Thank you. I appreciate that. No problem. Thank you. I think more and more people need to be given more and more opportunities. And, sometimes I have to say, though, sometimes we are given opportunities, but we don't recognize it as an opportunity and we say no. That happens too, right? That happens that we're given an opportunity because sometimes opportunities aren't aren't so obvious. Opportunities to be compassionate, they're not always obvious. Opportunities for I don't know, for jobs or opportunities for adventures or opportunities for anything sometimes aren't always obvious, I should say. Sometimes we have to be open-minded to accept what people are offering us and view it as an opportunity. So sometimes, if I'm thinking about doing things we love, maybe we need to be more open minded about doing things we love because maybe I'm just going to write this down. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So that's one way that I can show you that I'm compassionate towards you is by giving you an opportunity to write. Now, I want to know more. Do you write in English very often? Do you write in English very often, or do you write usually in your language? I'm not sure because I don't know who you are, Superior Seven. I know you're not from Canada, that I remember. But what do you write in English very often? I'm not sure if you write in English very often. See, I usually write in English, and I want to share what compassionate means with you and with whoever else is watching. You prefer English? Okay, I didn't know that. So you prefer English. And is English your first language or is English a second or third language? The word compassion means to feel or to show sympathy and concern for others. So when I ask you these questions, for example, what might seem very simple questions, in the sense, it is showing you concern. It is showing concern towards you when I'm asking you questions, when I want to know you more, when I want to know a little bit more about you. That, in a sense, is being compassionate, isn't it? According to the definition, compassionate means feeling or showing sympathy and concern for other people. Yeah, good. And of course, um, when you do something you love and share that with other people, they will they will sense that love, and they may even feel a bit of compassion as well. So it's very interesting what could happen when you start doing things that you love. So again, and I'm going to be ending this call in just another minute or so. One of the ways to ignite our groove and to get back, yes, and that's actually the definition from the dictionary that I found online. So it's not my definition, but it's the definition from a dictionary online. We always define it differently. So again, I'm going to end in another minute or so. I just want to recall that today I talked about ways that we can ignite our groove. I'm inviting you, if you are a woman and you want to get back in your groove and maybe you need a little bit of a boost, you need to feel, maybe you want to feel better about yourself, the 5-day Ignite Your Groove boot camp is perfect for you. So, last few days I've talked about tapping into our hope. I've on the weekend I pulled some cards because sometimes pulling cards is a way of tapping into our hope. It gives us hope when we read cards. And today I talked about doing things you love. And of course, it's not just related to doing things we love at work. It's just doing things you love in general. Just like sketching is something that you love doing. Superior Seven. Is there anything else that you love doing, Superior Seven? While we're still on here, is there anything else you love doing? Sometimes we do certain things that we love, but we don't do it often enough. So, my next question is there something you love doing? And could you do maybe a bit more of that? That's my question that I'm going to leave you with. Is there something you're doing now that you love that you could do maybe a bit more? A bit more. All right, I'm going to end this live. Thank you again for watching me, for viewing this live. Okay, so you like talking about holy things. You love talking about things, religious things, holy things, things that relate to your God, right? Things that relate to your God. And you probably love talking about that with other people that love talking about that. So that's one great way of sharing what you love is also by talking about things that you love with other people that are of like mind. That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And if you or anybody else is watching the replay, please just write hashtag replay. And if you are interested in my Ignite Your Groove challenge, for anybody who's listening, I've added the link. You could simply click on there and register. It all starts on November 2nd. So we'll talk to you soon. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening or day if you are where it's nighttime right now. Bye, everybody. Bye, Superior 7.